Hello people, I'm Jaby KOAY. The other day, ACHARA, KIRK, and I did a reaction on FilterCopy's The 7 Most Memorable Moments in a Relationship. In there, I mentioned space fornication. Richard Branson is like doing a space thingy so that couples can like take a tourist attraction and do a tourist thing in space. And they're gonna have like hot jacuzzis and stuff and like these couples jackets so that you can fornicate in space.
This is a real thing.
This is a real thing. And there was a lot of comments about that. People thought I was joking around. I wasn't joking. The reason for this video is just to let you know like where that information was coming from. This is not designed to be a factual, super informative video. All the information I got is informed by a handful of sources, namely History Channel's The Universe and a couple of tangential references of like Twitter and whatnot. The glass floor plane is the first thing I want to talk about. So Virgin Atlantic came up with the glass floor plane. I conflated it with some spacefaring information where they're taking, you know, people into space. Short of it is, there are planes that you can go on or in development that you'll be able to go on that has a glass floor so you can see down, you know, instead of looking through a little window, which is pretty cool. Virgin Galactic is coming up with ways to get people into space and experience tourism in space. The idea in the future is to have hotels in space where you couples can go and have romantic getaways just like they would do in the Caribbean or something like that. Different things have been proposed, like a space elevator. There's something I looked up today that I think in Canada they had put a patent on that or something. I forget where it is. There's a lot of practical stuff that's being taken into consideration that might make it impossible or too dangerous. One thing that was proposed was some kind of steel cable thing that's holding this thing in space. It's like connected and an elevator can go up and down it, but there was concern that like if it got disconnected from Earth for some reason, that it would be whipping around Earth and just wreaking havoc, or if it was disconnected from the chamber in space, the same kind of thing could happen. Or, you know, weather patterns on Earth might affect this cable and create chaos. That's what Elon Musk is working on, is trying to figure out the same thing. Transportation into space for individuals so that we can all kind of experience it. The thing I was referencing was an episode of History Channel's The Universe where they were talking about this couple doing an experiment who are trying to get into a shared jacket and a vomit comet. That's the colloquial term for the planes they use that go down really fast and achieve the closest thing we can get to of 0 G. The idea with this couple was they were trying to fasten themselves into this jacket together, and in theory, if that worked out, they could make love in space. The tourism thing is, I don't know if that's necessarily Branson. It's a thing that's been talked about where you have these hotels in space with hot tub jacuzzis and whatnot. You'd have to have that same thing where they're sharing a jacket in space in order to make love because you need something to push off of. Otherwise, in the video, as it was discussed, if you don't have anything to push off of and keep you guys together, then when you try to make love to your partner, they'll just fly off of your body into the wall. Or you'll break a sexual organ by accident, which will definitely not be fun. There's a lot of practical things to take into consideration, and I know very little about it. All I have is this basic elementary information that was offered in History Channel's The Universe. And like I said, some of the headline stuff and articles that I kind of glanced over that showed up on Twitter and whatnot. So that's where it's coming from. I wasn't making it up. I wasn't being funny. I know it sounds funny, but I know with my personality, it could come off as a joke, but it's not. Hopefully that was interesting information or inspires you to go look it up yourself and find more stuff. You can go to virgingalactic.com, I believe, or you know, virgin.com. If you just Google glass bottom plane, you'll find the same stuff I found. It's all cool stuff. It's all fun information. So if you guys know more about it than I do, please feel free to comment below and you know, educate me, because I love learning about this stuff. It's been many years since I really dove into it just because I haven't had the time, but I love conversations about that stuff. You guys, you can also ask me questions. I might be able to answer it, or other people who are more informed than me can answer it on my behalf. So you guys, thanks so much for hanging out. I'm Jaby KOAY. Peace out.